as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys dropped the mask up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. Listen. I went and got my digits up. Listen. Your favorite, bruh. Listen. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Dog has caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame a mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not rock with none aligned. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run on first down. Cottrell, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. To throw is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. On first down, Cottrell. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one, that's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He he was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running on first down, Eckler. Now room for Eckler. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No, we changed it.
Again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Malik Harrison drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Taken right at the 35. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it a second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Herbert off of play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Again, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. This is caught. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And Jackson throwing once more. Escaping the pressure right. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. That one tipped and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Jackson on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Come on.
Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll bring up a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. 49, check 49, check 49.
On the ground with a tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
KJ Hamler returning it. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Hamler now to return it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Tonyan, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. He's going to air one out. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. But look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Second and 10. Jackson will throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point. And they'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 1 play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third down now. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Back to throw. Jackson runs over it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
To throw again is Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this, we can protect this, and make sure we keep the ball.
A give, Eckler running to the right. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Here I come. Here I come. Take Hawk 70. Hawk 70. He can't hit. He's not going to get hit. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Trap. 79. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Shift.
On the give, this is Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and inches, Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. On 2nd down, Cottrell. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Ravens on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Back to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson is going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Don't worry. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Here now, Johnny Townsend, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chargers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.